Well, hello, friends. My name's host Eric. I'm the host of Talking with Famous People. And I'd like to know how you feel today. What are your feelings, your emotions? Wherein lies your tenders? Wherein lie your tenders? How damp are your glistenings? And what flavor of glisten do they bring to the party? I don't like Elon Musk. Elon Musk is so dumb. How do I feel today? That remains to be seen. I feel a combination of things, I guess. I feel physically, I feel a little bit pukey because it'll pass. Emotionally, I'm not sure. You're moist. You're welcome for the asking. It's been a sleepy week. I've been sleeping. But I got so much sleep that I decided I caught up on sleep. So I hit up my Connect to get a little something for the day, you know. MC McPhee, Archbishop MC McPhee, and the Right Reverend Lauren McGinley. Good to see you. MJ, hello. How treateth it the morning you? I've not been licking toads. Your Christmas has been canceled. Someone needs to save Christmas. You're welcome. Someone needs to save Christmas. Who will it be this time? You don't get to see your parents. Sad sigh. Well, it turns out the government stole Christmas. For all those hypothesized people who were going to steal Christmas, it turned out to be the government that stole it. So, you know, at the moment, I'm feeling sort of pre-drugged, I guess. Like I took some drugs, but I don't really feel like they're kicked in all the way yet. And yeah, on the other hand, I do kind of feel like they're kicked in. I already had a big poop. So I reversed the order of operations today. I pooped before I live streamed. It was a bit of a frustrating start to the morning because I had to drive out to Baldwin Park very early in the morning. I didn't expect to. But, you know, I think what I might do here this morning, and hope that the audience will bear with me, is intermix my conversation with a few songs on the guitar, which I kind of feel like playing. Yeah, I totally get high on SI. When I'm not getting high on SI, I am getting high on SI, you know? That's when you get real cozy, get real rah-rah, get some beverage, do the whole thing, you know? It's nice. It's nice as nice can be. So, yeah, it is the Christmas season. I'd like to intermix in here today a couple of Christmas carols. I know that's not popular, really, for live streams for me to do, but, I'm somewhat indulgent. City sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. In the air there's a feeling of Christmas. Children laughing, people passing, meeting smile after smile, and on every street corner you hear silver bells, it's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, hear them ring, soon it will be Christmas Day. String of street lights, even stoplights, blink up bright red and green as the shoppers run home with their treasures. Hear the snow crunch, see the kids brunch in the Santa's big scene, and above all the bustle you'll hear silver bells, it's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, hear them ring, soon it will be Christmas Day. Yes, soon it will be Christmas Day. Wonderful. I'd like to welcome everybody today to our Christmas and Conversation live stream, in which we both play Christmas songs and have lovely chats about wonderful, pleasant matters. One of my favorite Christmas songs that doesn't get a lot of love, really, among Christmas songs. It's an old English number, an old British song, the kind of song that makes you go, hey, that's a British sounding song. And one that doesn't get a lot of love. Like I said, you don't hear it that often, but I really like it. Cooking Wenceslas looked out on the feast of Stephen, when the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even. Brightly shone the moon that night, though the frost was cruel, when a poor man came in sight, gathering winter fuel. Hither, page, and stand by me, if thou knowest telling yonder peasant who is he, where and what his dwelling. Sire, he lives a goodly kens underneath the mountain, right against the forest fence by St. Agnes' fountain. Bring me flesh and bring me wine, bring me pine logs hither, thou and I will see him dine when we bear him thither. Page and monarch, forth they went together, through the roll of mans and the bitter weather. Sire, the night is darker now, and the wind blows stronger. Fails my heart, I know not how, I can go no longer. Mark my footsteps, my good page, tread thou in them boldly. Thou shalt find the adventure's rage, freeze thy blood less coldly. And in his master's steps he trod, where the snow lay dented. He'd put bed and very sod, as the saint had printed. Therefore, Christian men, be sure, wealth or rank possessing. You will now bless the poor. Shall yourselves find blessing. That's what you'd call a pro-altruism song. Eric, what makes a Christmas song a Christmas song? I mean, I think it's the lyrics mostly. Oh, thanks, 3DR Nomad. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think it's mostly the lyrics, but you can always get a certain amount of Christmassiness in your song by simply adding some sleigh bells. Sleigh bells provide instant Christmas flavor to any song. And you'll notice you don't even need a whole hell of a lot more than sleigh bells to become a famous Christmas song. Take, for example, that Paul McCartney song. That just has na 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 na. It's not even a Christmas sounding song, really. It just has sleigh bells on it, right? You know what song I'm talking about? Like this song here. I would say it still sounds Christmassy, kind of, even though it's last Christmas I gave you my heart. The very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas I gave you my heart. The very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Twice shy, keep my distance, but you still catch my eye. Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? It's been a year, it doesn't surprise me. Merry Christmas, I said da-na-na. It's all it does, the whole thing. Yeah, Jesus, wow. That's a pretty terrible song, really. And yet it's a very famous Christmas song, right? By Wham. What's the Bangles Christmas song called? Is it by the Bangles? Christmas wrapping? I can't figure out which song I'm trying to find. Oh well, that's enough Christmas songs for now. So last Christmas I gave you my liver. Or am I glitching? I hope not. Feliz Navidad. Yeah, that's I haven't been in hiding. I've been asleep. Seriously, it's like I've just been crashed out. I've also been watching a lot of Ace of the Diamond, which is this Japanese show about Japanese high school baseball. That it's an animation show, you know. It's pretty damn good, I gotta say. Pretty damn good. I mean, it's slow though too. It's one of those shows that you gotta skip some episodes. You gotta fast forward past some things, and you know it takes a whole episode to get through one inning. Sometimes it's the baseball equivalent of Haikyuu, which is the Japanese volleyball show I've been watching. There's this song by this lady, and it's this anti-Elon Musk song that it's like, it kind of makes me feel hatery a little bit, like a little jealous of it because it's so clever. And, but I gotta say I'm much impressed by it. Let me see if I can find a link to it. Penelope Scott. This song here. So this song, like I said, makes me feel a little hatery, a little jealous, or whatever, because I think the song's so right, so correct. Well, mostly, you know, it's like I've always said I don't have much respect for Elon Musk, and I think the people's like, "Ooh, Elon Musk" is just ridiculous. Does that link show up to anybody? I think they might have ended all links in live chat. I'm not sure. I mean, I know that the chat's been a little glitchy lately on. Is that working? Pop out chat. Paste. I seem to. Can you even see my test? Test 2. I don't think you can see anything that I chat there, huh? Maybe I need to put on live chat. You can see the tests? You just can't see the link? Oh, okay. All right, cool. I guess you just can't put links anymore. Well, it's called Penelope Scott. Rat. It's the name of the song. It's got an umlaut over the A. So I guess you just can't put links in anymore. Interesting. You're feeling meh, meh, and rar? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm not really feeling super enthusiastic. I think what we need is something to cheer us up, you know, like a cheer up song. It's time to cheer up. CJ O'Connell's butt is here. along with the rest of him and dear. Isn't that good? MC McPhee is also here, and she brought with her Zaylen Black and her friend, the Right Reverend Lauren McGinley. Herself has traveled far away just to entertain us with his clever comments today. And we've no reason to feel sad at all, at all, at all, at all. There. Now we feel more cheerful. See? Thanks for the woo. I should try to put that in a song. I've never really tried to do that before. You got to practice it, but you can pitch it, you know. It's interesting. You can. I don't know how to. I mean, I'm not good at pitching it yet, but I can tell that you could totally pitch that like whistling, you know. Bum 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 bum. How did the debate tournament go? Well, let me tell you how the debate tournament went. My student went 2-1. There were only 3 rounds. I had to judge 3 rounds of policy, and it was pretty boring. Yeah, it was pretty boring, frankly. The funniest thing that happened was these people ran this ridiculous race, okay? Just so ridiculous. That's race K they ran. I was just like, what are you people doing? I'm probably not going to be able to use any of this. This is going to be hilarious. Post-race K, kind of crazy.
Fantasies about filling up with something even paradoxical. Fantasies involved with powers, absolutely sovereignty, and unchecked power unleashes with filming empty space.
Okay, so here's the first card. Warren 18. Political imaginaries use black bodies as a clarifying grammar to express desire and ideas. Responses to the resolutional question map onto metaphysical coordinates that impose domination on non-being as the primary function of political projects. This network of fantasy genders anti-blackness through the obliteration of black life. Warren 18. What? What? Fanon avers that the Negro black is a toy in the white man's hands. The function of a toy is to facilitate play. The toy is a vehicle for fantasy. Within this fantasy, the toy anchors the enjoyment and imagination of the one staging the experience. To understand blackness as a toy, then, is to think about it as a vehicle for fantasy, a vessel for humans' imagination, configuration of the world. What? It's just, what? It's like all I can say was just, I put in my feedback, what? None of this gobbledygook makes any sense. Yeah, it's crazy. Well, I'll let you listen to a little bit of that video so you can hear her go and do her thing. Most of them were not spreading, some of them were.
Towards the Senate state as procedural to another creation incompetence. covered there, and states are key to the spiritual body. And the function of the law is to protect the future from humanity. Humanism is flawed, and it is assumed that the relationship between black beings does not exist. The law supersedes and envelopes the law being a way that makes tools apology. Anti-black. Warren 18. We must push blacks as nothing extreme consequences. Black is out of such an ontological issue for black is being destroyed and cannot appeal their ground of freedom. Ontological black being is not ontological benefits that anti-black asserting his violent aspirations, which is black being hesitant in the perceived that the law's function of objectivity. The function of law is to protect, enforce, and the behold the weakening of the between the human being, redress the consequences, the distorting from the better. We kill millions, but complexes kind modern world, the aims prosperity, and these things the states have destroyed the human. We have no points. The United States is powerful mission.
Now, keep in mind, as I'm listening to this, I'm following along and reading the cards. So I'm not just having to understand what she's saying on the fly, okay? We're all reading along with her. So that's why people are able to go fast like that in debate, is because everybody has all the stuff that's being read out loud. And stuff that's not that you don't have, that's not being read out loud, then they don't go that fast, you know. Go that fast then. Jordan Harris is here. Hi dude. Sup indeed. When I was younger, it seemed that everything gleamed. I don't know what happened to me, but I've lost that sense of urgency, and I don't think that I'll ever see it again. If you follow my lead, you'll discover I'm loster than you. You'll want to know the way to get back out to wherever it was you thought you knew. And tomorrow will be just like today. I'll be lost then too. It's a matter of mood as much as a matter of will. And the things I do and the direction I point to still seem a part of me, though departedly. And I wonder if I'll ever see them again. It's called Matter of Mood. I heard that Eric is a legend in the debate community over in the West Coast area. Well, I don't think I'm a legend, but I'm decreasingly well known as I'm sort of removing myself from the community. There was a time when I was very well known in the debate community on the West Coast, or even somewhat nationally. But I'm not as well known anymore. I still have quite a coaching, like whatever you'd call it. Like a bunch of my former assistant coaches have gone on to do big things. I don't know what you'd call that. Well, I'm not as active in the community as I used to be. But yeah, to the extent that people were around 4 or 5 years ago, they know about me. Legacy, yeah, coaching legacy. I left behind a bit of a nice coaching legacy. I'm proud of that. My former debater David Dosh coached his sister to being the best debater in the country. My former assistant coach Scott Wheeler had national champions. That's kind of like something you can almost take to the bank more than your own success. Is that you. Out of your program comes more successful programs. That's gratifying, Although, to be honest, I can't really take any credit for Scott Wheeler. I don't think I taught Scott anything. He taught me more than I ever taught him. He just didn't have any experience as an assistant coach before I hired him, but he's an ESTJ, he was my benefactor. Carolyn Kessler, good morning to you. Why are you frowning? Or is that a happy face? Is that a happy face or a sad face? I usually like judging debate tournaments pretty well, but this Saturday's was pretty boring. Because it was Paul C, and none of the rounds were particularly close. So I've won all 3 rounds. There was one team that I saw that was really good. It's a happy face facing the other way. I see. Tricky. I have an email I need to respond to. Somebody sent it like a couple days ago, but I've been in full blast, avoidant sleepy mode, just hiatus mode, so they want to type in this morning at 10 a.m., but it's probably too late for me to respond to that and have them actually be like, yeah, I still want to do it, It was so good. I finally got all caught up on sleep. It was nice. Every life reaches the time and the road splits in two. There are times, dark times of despair, times when it's hard to feel good. That's when I look for my sack full of solvency and that satchel of helpful goods. Satchel of helpful goods. Satchel of helpful goods. Satchel of helpful goods. Every life lived reaches an end when the road disappears. When I'm there, will there be anybody else around? Will I travel all alone? That's when I look for a sack full of solvency and a satchel filled up with bones. And that satchel, nothing but home. Satchel of helpful goods. Satchel of helpful goods. Satchel of helpful goods. Satchel of helpful goods. A satchel of helpful goods. Satchel of helpful goods. So, that song was called Satchel of Helpful Goods. A satchel of helpful goods, of course, is something that you can attain in the game World of Warcraft. And I learned about it because my daughter used to play World of Warcraft. And she'd say things like, it's just a satchel of helpful goods. Здравствуй, Vladimir. There's some Russian for you. Здравствуй. Well, how do I feel when I utterly slay a long email? I used to feel better about it, but lately I've sort of come to terms with the fact that people don't read what they don't want to hear. So if I'm slaying it in that sense, then I know it's not going to be read, probably. This is some very nice Skywalker we got yesterday. So much better than the previous week we had, which was not so good. Not so good indeed. Where are the ways that wend their way through where we need to go is the question I have. Can we find those ways? Can we locate those paths and follow them to their destinations? Maybe, maybe not. It's one of those complicated questions that has no answer. Like, why people want to have sexual intercourse. I always enjoy it. I like sexual intercourse, but I don't really understand it. Like, what is this urge I have to like wrestle? You know, it's baffling. Sexual intercourse is baffling as a thing. You know, I tell you what else is sort of what would definitely seem baffling, I suspect, to aliens coming down is skiing. You know, pay all this money to ride up to the top of a hill just to slide down the hill again. Like, you know, sexual intercourse, it makes sense as a reproductive act, of course, but I end up wanting to have a lot more sexual intercourse than I want to reproduce. You know? So in that sense, it doesn't really make any sense. Spasiba. Sex isn't boring, but see that's the thing that's confusing to me. It's like I always enjoy it. It's fun and everything when you want to have it. But I think it just makes you closer with the person you're with or something, you know? It's like it would be difficult to be with a chick long term if you didn't get to hump her occasionally. Right? It would be like, okay, why are you around all the time? No, you're not inferring that women are crazy. It's just that, you know, I guess what it is when you're around a woman a lot, you build up this sense of something needs to be done about this. Which turns into, oh, I guess I want to hump her, you know. Something needs to be done about what exactly? Well, you walking around like that all the time with your boobs and everything and swaying and saying stuff Something needs to be done about this. You know what I was thinking about last night was Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. I don't know if anybody here is familiar with Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom, but may I begin by saying this. What a great job of branding they did, because I realized last night, I've never thought of that show as anything. I've never thought of it as Wild Kingdom. I've always thought of it as Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. And I believe Lauren Green was the you mad, bro? Maybe you should look into the mentors. I think you'd enjoy their messages about gender roles. You want to talk about a crazy fucking guy? Ooh-wee. Gigi Allen, that guy is nuts. Absolutely nuts. Did I see a shirt? I saw a shirt somebody wore a shirt sometime. The coolest shirt I've ever seen. Said Gigi Allen was right. Small print. It has to be the single coolest shirt I've ever seen. Who would get that reference? You have to be so. I don't even think I said anything to the guy. I should have just gone up to him and said, "You win. You win the shirt contest." I mean, there's definitely an ongoing shirt contest going on. You know, my Peachy Folder shirt is a strong entry, but it's very much an age entry. So is Gigi Allen, though. You know. Quite a character indeed. Not a person to emulate at all, certainly. And I would say that an equivalent kind of character that is quite a character but not somebody to emulate is Falco. You know, of course, you know the video for Dare Commissar where he's got the police cars behind him and he's running and he's dancing and he's doing lines of coke and stuff. You know, pantomiming it, going. That is the coolest video in the history of all time. And why is it so cool? Well, because, you know, it's Falco in this one moment when he's like 22 years old or something, and he is the coolest guy in the world, literally. Yeah, I mean, just made the coolest song in the world at the time. And just like, you know, I'm out raving with my friends in Stuttgart, and it's just wonderful. It's just, yeah, oh, we're doing cocaine, we're hiding from the Kommissar. It's wonderful. You can just see him just euroing the shit out of his life, just like, yeah. Of course, it's tragic, too, because you can't sustain that. If you're 22 and you peak out like that young, you're fucked. Yeah, well, I don't know. The thing is, it's a dumb drug, right? I don't know how many of you out there have done cocaine, but it's not a good drug. It's a short-lived high. It's not conducive to really getting things done. It's more conducive to talking, you know. Eric, what did you just say? Are you calling kettle black or something? Although I will say, the quality matters a lot. If you get very high quality cocaine, it's pretty cool, but it's pretty rare to get that high quality, you know. Yeah. What Utter Self says, for a fun drug, coke is strangely boring. I couldn't agree more. It messes with my SI too much. So it's like, I spend all my time, attending to my SI issues. I don't like the numbness. It's like, it's just, I don't like the drip, and then it's just, ugh. I wonder if you didn't snort it, if it would be better. Everybody always snorts it, but you don't have to. You could boof it. Too bad you can't inhale with your butthole. You can't go like that with your butthole. If you could, then that would be a better way to do it. I wonder why you can't do that. The flaky stuff is good once a year. I find that the good Coke has little nubs of hardness in them. It's like, it's not so powdery. It's more like little chunks, little chunky nubs. But I haven't done a whole bunch of it. Are there any other drugs out there you'd recommend? I don't recommend taking drugs to people in general. I think people who are drug inclined will find their own drugs just fine, But I will say that one drug that I would gladly enough let herself. You can't boof edibles. I would say mushrooms are a drug that I would do again if I could get them, or if they fell in my lap or something. I'd do mushrooms pretty much any time, because I seem to always enjoy them. They make me laugh a lot, and tend to think everything's funny, and then I tend to feel that's a bold recommendation, Broccoli Todd. That is a bold recommendation. Well, ourself, that's why you're an anal wreckage anonymous with me, because we put the wrong kinds of things up our butts. The thing about mushrooms is I tend to find that after I've done them, like the next day, I feel like just low anxiety, low stress. Like everything I was stressing about is no big deal anyway. Whatever, I feel more like that. All right, let's see if I can still play this song. Just brooding here won't do any good, but brooding's more and more my style. I seek the cheery ways of standing where we stood, 'cause I've been stuck here a while. And that's despite a natural selfishness that makes it easy to have fun. But flutters in the gut become a fist as all my visions come undone. I tried to stream, distract, and dream the afternoon away, but heavy new realities bear down on every day, and for a bit I am out of it. For reasons still unsaid, but still I need expectorate the work inside my head. It seems like everybody's so sensitive, so ready to just get mad. I seek the simple ways of living like a kid, 'cause who wants to be the dad? Have we lost our sense of scope and scale, and our capacity to laugh? Sense to know when not to wail, and how to tip the golden calf. I try to stream, distract, and dream the afternoon away, but heavy new realities bear down on every day, and for a bit I am out of it. Reason still unsaid, but still I need expectorate, or words inside my head. And still I'm sad, so sad for me, sad for her. I believe what you call sorrow, I call home. The blues that sink clear down to the bone. Yeah, still I'm sad, so sad for me, sad for her. I believe what you call sorrow, I call home. The blues that sink clear down to the bone. That's a pretty easy song to play, actually, for a change. It's nice to have an easy song to play. The only thing you can never boof is yourself. It's true. You can never boof yourself. You boof your hand. Thanks, Eric Moore. That's, for me, an unusually straightforward song to play. It's not so difficult. I tend to write songs that I have trouble playing, actually, and that's frustrating for me. But that one seems pretty easy to play. That, I also think I sometimes write my best songs when I'm feeling emotional, even though I don't tend to think of FI really as having anything to do with good aesthetics, but when I am motivated by a mood or something, I seem to write better songs. Or when I'm motivated by an event. Nice seeing you too, utter self. Have a pleasant day. Don't forget to enjoy your Scandinavian weather. He lives in Scandinavia. Maybe someday I'll move to Scandinavia. It seems like a nice place. Too cold? It's pretty cold in Los Angeles right now. I gotta tell you. It's gotta be 50s right now. It's gotta be in the 50s. Let me see on my telephone what it says. According to my telephone, it was 54 degrees at 5:44. It's 54 degrees. That's pretty cold. What sort of things motivate my lyrics, or are they more random thoughts at the moment? It really depends. I think my best songs do have motivations to the lyrics. Well, in general, I got in this one. Yeah, sure. I got in this one big fight with my girlfriend Kimberly, when she was my girlfriend at the time, and that motivated a song called "My Share of Shame," which the lyrics are all about that fight. And telling that story, And then a different example of a song that's like well, sometimes I want to sing about things like, I guess you'd say, some sort of issue. Like Agave Weatherman's about me thinking that I've seen a couple of things that linked in with somebody suggesting that as a title and made me want to sort of make a song that expressed an opinion about kind of new school leftist professors and their kind of anti-modernity kick. I don't know. This song called "Share of Shame" though is based on I wrote right after I got home from a fight with Kimberly. No good comes from skating on with them whom you'd mistaken for the one. Habituated defense and indecency. Eventually, once the search is done. Driving in a car last night, we had a massive fight. Each insisting we were right and the other one to blame. So when you pulled that stunt, I screamed, "You're a worthless cunt." My words is wrong, 'cause they were dumb and burned my share of shame. It's each of our own failings, not us doing the nailing to the wall. We fear so the others sailing off to set their life and all. You can trust me, I can trust you, though neither trust ourselves much true. The love lays deep between you and me, at least about that we can both agree. Driving in the car last night, we had a massive fight. Each insisting we were right and the other one to blame. So when you pulled that stunt, I screamed, "You're a worthless cunt." My words is wrong, as they were dumb. I burned my share of shame. My share of shame. Woo! Thanks. How's it going, Utter Self?
I'm pretty good. Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm feeling a mixture of feelings.
All right.
Ranging from positive to negative.
All right. Have you felt them before?
Oh, yes. I don't think there are any new feelings that I've not felt yet. I'm pretty sure. I think I've felt the whole range of possible feelings. I've been sad, happy, and angry, as well as scared. That includes all your range of feelings.
Don't forget hungry.
That's more of an SI feeling. That's less of an emotion than it is a body feeling.
Speaking of SI, I just wanted to quickly swoop in. Finland is not a Scandinavian country. I'm sorry.
Close enough. Same thing, right? Finland.
No, you don't say that. It's
what's the difference?
Look, don't make fun of my hat.
People in cold climates who are very pale. That's Scandinavia.
No, that's Nordic.
Okay, that's Nordic. Are you Nordic?
It's Nordic country, but it's not Scandinavian because it's different group of languages.
But you are Nordic, though, right?
I am Russian, actually.
So why are you even chiming in on this whole Scandinavia business? I think I can include Scandinavia, includes Finland and Iceland, in my opinion.
I mean, you can. I cannot forbid you from doing it. But it's incorrect for the sake of justice.
All right, well, that's good to know. I'll try to keep in mind that Finland is not part of Scandinavia.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
This proud nation of Finland, which is the entire population would be probably a good 6 to 10 times smaller than LA, now has the complete respect for you.
Well, Finland is known to me as one of the countries that uses too many consonants.
Well, on the positive side, we also have Santa, the OG Santa.
Oh, right. You have the OG Santa and his black helper, huh?
No, that would be the Dutch Santa.
Oh, that's the Dutch. Sorry, my bad. You know how we Americans are. We're pretty dumb about the rest of the world and all their traditions and stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's why it's probably such a pleasure to to share this kind of information with you.
Okay, so you guys don't have that controversial one. That's the Dutch, you said?
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, Dutch people claim that it's not about like skin color. It's just those elfy characters happen to be.
I'm not offended. I'm not offended by it.
Of that
I don't find it offensive at all.
I don't have like any dog in that fight.
Yeah. So it's what's interesting about Denmark, right? Is it's also called the Netherlands?
No.
Oh, that's
no.
Holland. Holland is
yeah.
called the Netherlands, but they speak Dutch. But
yes.
people in Denmark are called Danes, but they speak Danish.
Yeah.
So where does the Dutch come from?
You're a very cultured man.
But see, where does Dutch come from in all of this? Why do people in Holland are called the Netherlands, but they speak Dutch?
It's a good question. I believe in sometime around 16th, 17th century, one of the most crucial inventions of the Dutch Empire was the famous Dutch hound, and I believe that it changed the history of Europe so much that they basically invented a language around it.
Did they used to speak Hollandaise?
I have no idea. I have no clue.
Did they used to speak Hollandaise?
Come again?
Did they used to speak Hollandaise? Did there used to be a language called Hollandaise?
Probably. I think it was a mixture of that and Hollandish, with a bit of the historical rural Holland speak.
Holland speak. I think you're just making all this shit up as you go.
Yeah, pretty much.
So anyway, because here in America we have these people called the Pennsylvania Dutch, but guess what language they speak? German.
That's weird.
How does that make any sense?
It doesn't.
It doesn't make any sense.
There's also a small population of Finnish. There is a Finnish settlement somewhere in California, from what I've heard.
Is it Solvang, or is that Danish?
Say it again.
Oh, there's this city in California that's like a place to go visit. Finland's blue and white, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think it must be Solvang you're talking about. We've been there many times. Solvang it's Danish. It's a Danish town. Let me see. Finnish settlement. Finnish town in California.
I think there's even a place maybe called Finland in California.
There's a place called Hauli-Huvila. Hauli-Huvila is a vital part of the Finnish community in California. It's
Hauli-Huvila.
Hauli-Huvila. Huvila.
Yes.
So anyway, it's a group, I guess, that has a Finnish heritage museum. Isn't that nice? And it also has links to the Finnish Sauna Society.
Nice.
Yeah. Do you take saunas a lot while you're there in Finland?
Yeah, I have one in my apartment. I don't use it too often, but I can. Actually, there are saunas in like apartments here.
Do you hit yourself with sticks?
That would be. I don't. I used to do that in like Russian banya. It's essentially a very similar culture. I think Russians took the idea during the War of 1812. So yeah, I actually grew up with lots of sauna and with lots of sticks.
Well, you know, here in America, we have an expression when it's very hot, we'll say, whew, it's like a sauna in here.
I mean, California is, I would imagine, is like a sauna most of the time.
It's very nice during the winter. Like today, yesterday, all of these days around now are very, very pleasant. It gets to be, I'm in shorts and a t-shirt, even though it's in the 50s right now, because I'm not going outside very much, but it's not cold enough that I need to dress up to go outside just to walk across the yard or anything,
I'm kind of envious. The weather is a bit crappy here right now. All the snow just melted, and we have this sort of a drizzling rain. It's not very Christmassy.
Gray slush.
Yeah. I mean, it's the season.
Well, we used to have a condo up in Mammoth, which is a place where it snows a lot during the winter, the ski resort. And I spent a lot of time during winters in snowy place as a consequence. And I always loved the snow. But of course, I always would come back here after the vacation. So I think if you lived in it all the time, it would probably get pretty tiresome having to put on all the boots and stuff. And, because I got on the old floppity.
Yeah. Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Have you ever been to? Well, I mean, you've probably been to the California forest.
The what forest?
Like the what's it called? The redwood forest.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
What is that like?
They're huge trees. I mean, crazy big trees, like bigger than you can. It's just like, how is this tree so big? I don't know what else to say about it. It used to be you could drive through one of them because it had a split in the middle of it. You can't drive through it anymore, but when I was a kid, you could drive through it. Had a road going through the middle of the tree. But yeah, there's some big ass trees, some big trees. The giant sequoias, they're huge. Very impressive. I've also been to the ancient bristlecone pines here in California, which are the oldest living things on Earth, I believe. Certainly the oldest living trees. They're a couple thousand years old at least, and they're not very big or impressive or anything because they grow in very harsh conditions, just a little bit at a time.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, California's got some interesting places. We also got we've also got Death Valley. I've never been to like the meat of Death Valley just because I want to, but it's like I want to go there sometime when it's 120 degrees outside or something, and 130 or something. It gets incredibly hot there. It's below sea level at its lowest point, and in the middle of the summer it gets insanely hot. So I'd like to go there and just check what that would be like for a few minutes, but I don't think I'd like to stay there for very long. And I have been also to the Salton Sea, which is a really interesting place in California because it's a accidentally man-made huge lake in the middle of a desert. They were trying to tap into the Colorado River at some point around the turn of the century, around 1900, and accidentally blew too big of a hole in the side of the river, and all the river poured out into the desert, and it ran. They rerouted the Colorado River for like 2 years accidentally, and it poured all this water into the desert, into this massive lake called the Salton Sea. Well, it fell into the Salton Sink, which became the Salton Sea. But the Salton Sea is a dead lake now because it's so salty.
I think I've seen pictures. Is that the place where if it rains there, it just looks like an infinite sort of mirror surface?
That would be like the bottom of Death Valley.
Okay.
Yeah, because most of the time it's going to be so hot there that the rain won't even reach the ground. But the other thing about Death Valley, it has those self-moving rocks. I don't know if you've heard about those. I'm talking utter self, David Sanderson. That's pretty trippy, you know, these rocks that move along the bottom of the Death Valley.
Yeah, I think it was, what was it? Was the wind that is moving them, or
no?
Or did they never figure it out?
It's a convection heat kind of a thing. It's like it changes the temperature so dramatic that the heat of the rock pulls. I watched a video explaining it, but it's some sort of thermodynamics thing.
Imagine.
Yeah, imagine somewhere being so hot the rocks want to leave.
But yeah, I just wanted to quickly loop in, do a bit of a culture talk and just sort of run away.
Well, I enjoyed our conversation. It was pleasant.
Me too, man. Me too. It's nice seeing you.
Nice seeing you too. Goodbye.
Bye.
Well, that was enjoyable. I think I'm going to play another song now. I think I'll play Agave Weatherman. You're living on a time frame I will never know. Alienation and humanity's soul. Imagine you a future after the collapse, returning to the urgency of isolated past. Picturing community free of metaphysics, hunting buffalo while you're picking red delicious. Knowledge of the seasons, wisdoms of old. Fires blazing in the night to keep away the cold. Hostility is kept at bay by what you think is in the way of life as children of the land. With an agave weatherman, imagining a history that never could have been. You lecture at the college, advancement is a sin. Lamenting disconnection and every corporate act, asserting all your feelings and ignoring all the facts. Hostility is kept at bay. Hostility is kept at bay by what you think is in the way of life as children of the land. With an agave weatherman, you find modernity just so by now. Wish you had lived any time but now. perception demodula. You visualize nobility sipping on some port. Our tribes of peaceful savages in beautiful comport. But few of history's people ever thusly did cavort, 'cause life was nasty, solitary, brutish, poor, and short. Hostility is kept at bay. Hostility is kept at bay by what you think is in the way of life as children of the land, with an agave weatherman. Yeah, an agave weatherman. Thank you. That was called Agave Weatherman. It's a critique of a certain variety of wrongness that I've encountered in the world. And here's a song of self-doubt. Song I wrote when I was feeling like, yeah. "30,000 days, too many expectations, not even worth a damn. 30,000 nights, sleep off the intoxication, otherwise you can't skip the plan. I've wasted half my days trying another's way. Who can tell me my priorities? Is there anybody who knows the key? 'Cause I'm tired of doing it wrong. I want direction and have all along. Wait until I know. Or is that hesitation? Clarity's no good if your chance is gone. What I need to show is it's so below my station, 'cause I'm tired of doing it wrong. I've wasted half my days trying another's ways. Who can tell me my priorities? Is there anybody who knows the key? 'Cause I think I'm doing it wrong. Yeah, I think I'm doing it wrong. I know that I'm doing it wrong. I must be doing it wrong. Man, I played that pretty well, actually. I usually struggle with that song. You seem overly deep today. Is life good? Life's fine. I am feeling a certain amount of frustration, restlessness, lack of motivation. Yeah. And similar kinds of feelings. It feels good to play some songs. It really does. Music is the great savior in life. You know, whenever I'm feeling anything, if I go driving around and listening to a good playlist of good songs, it's always a mood changer for sure. And playing music can be a nice mood changer as well. Of course, right now I'm playing songs that are more consistent with my mood than mood changing, but mood is such a difficult thing to manage. Go for a walk. It doesn't hurt to get some fresh air. I agree. Thanks, Bobby Son. I appreciate you saying that. So it's like Star Wars Canyon. You've been amazing place for plane photography? No, I haven't been there. I haven't been to Egypt either. I don't know what canyon area you're talking about. Ancient Egyptian caves. No, I don't know. I've been to a number of places in the world. I've been to Russia, been to Moscow and St. Petersburg. I've been to, I've actually been in the airport in Finland briefly on my way to Russia. Oh, it's in Death Valley? I didn't know that. I have to go check it out. A lot of places to check out. Like, there's a lot of interesting things to do, places to go, photos to take, stuff like that. But I think I need to do that. I think I need some more SE in my life, I always feel good when Rachel and I go someplace and take some photos. She puts it on her Instagram. It makes me feel happy. I put it up on the channel here usually gets a lot of likes. That makes me happy. I was really pleased with the amount of likes I got on my last song that I uploaded. That was really nice, especially after getting so many dislikes on my Albanian hat video. Depression is a slippery slope. Don't let it sink in. It's easier to resist than to climb out of. I've never felt myself to be subject to depression at all, but I guess sometimes my down moods would qualify as depressive in some sense, but it's not like I don't know. It doesn't seem like depression to me. This makes me feel better to just sort of hang out here and chat. Not that I feel bad anyway. I just feel undermotivated, I guess. But there's some things that give me pleasure to do. Like, I do like to play the songs. I think I would like to play this song now. I always like playing this song. Sammy has a story that need be told. This is a song for an open road, and such a thing must always do its job. She married up Jeb, turned 19, 4 years in, 3 kids weaned, weary now and questioning path. Agency out, faces discretion, locking in our courses, way too young. The urgency conferred is really just depression, making sure those underneath them always run. Doug at 20 felt burden fun, likewise Doug at 21, and so forth, well up into middle age. But once it seemed to set him free, became his whole identity. Now Doug's about another drunken rage. Agency out, faces discretion, locking in our courses, way too young. The urgency conferred is really just depression. They'll offer you incentives, but they haven't got a thing that's fun. Everybody's panicked about the kids. Lock them up with extra Dexedrine. Mathematics to produce success, or impose more unjust duress. Agency outpaces discretion, locked in our courses, way too young. Significance is really just projection. They'll offer you incentives, sinners, but they haven't got a thing that's fun. Without consent, it's really just oppression by parasites surviving on their wages earned by lying while they feed the fear of dying. Yeah, they feed upon the futures of the young. That's a nice song. I'll play another song that I also like to play. This nice song too. Gerald has a thought. Gerald has a lot. Gerald has a plot to get the margarine tater tots. He's got a good idea for a name changing business, thinking now about what he'll call Christmas when they hire his firm to change that name. Gerald always thought that there'd be chance enough to return to the work that's rough. He'd get back to it eventually, but his visions piled up and his plans would interrupt all the work that started off so hopefully. But now his mind is back on his business, thinking of changing fact list to list. So how all the people will shout his name. And Gerald knows he understands ever more clearly now. He won't provide explanation regarding the why or the how. He'll see you and know you from inside your heart. Exciting, delighting, Gerald plays his part. And Gerald still knew there's too much to do. And he had dropped down in the underview. Too much to rebut. So where, how, and what? Too much time spent nitpicking the stew with you. Gerald has a thought. Gerald has a lot. Gerald has a plot to get the margarine's tasty spots. He's got a good idea for a name change of business, thinking now about what he'll call Christmas when they hire his firm to change that name. Gerald has a thought. I'm playing pretty good today. Yeah, you can't trust feeling. Gerald's an ENFJ. Gerald is an ENFJ for sure. I would additionally tell you that Electra in the song Electra, Goddess of the Night is an ENFJ. Those two characters are clearly ENFJs. I will find, I don't know if it'll let me put the link here, but I'm going to find, I could play it in the background. I can't play it on the guitar, but I mean, you're goddess of the night. I think go for it if you want to do that. I only got anything to do with me, you know? I didn't respond to it. There's reason to rehearse. If that link doesn't show up and you want to see this song, you can channel search. It's spelled like that. perfect. Make her passion substantially. She's got to fight. Electra, goddess of the night. Electra is definitely an ENFJ. You know, I feel pretty good about music this morning. It's feeling good in my fingers, you know. So I guess nobody's allowed to post any links anymore. That's weird. You feel like Chestnuts Roasted by Richard Pryor? You mean crack? I'm pretty sure that's the kind of chestnuts he roasted. What's the matter with Chad? Is he terribly bad? Is he very like Dan, who's a terrible man? Is he sort of like Jill, who can't pay her bill? Or rather like Jack, too stuck on the facts? What's the matter with Sue? Will she know what to do if they bring attitude? Will she show ingenuity? She talks about you whenever we go walking. What's the matter with Bryn? Is she living in sin? Is she hanging with Jim, who's looking terribly thin? What's the deal with Frank stealing fish from my tank? He's colluding with you and they're talking to Lou. What's wrong with the ladies? What's the matter with men? From the feelings of Katie to the coldness of Sven, they talk about you whenever we go walking. As that lead to lesser days, spill still out the overwatered past, and whoever's left it's still okay. Just out sails to the mast. Are you angry at Ken or Neville again? Don't bother with Kev, he's practically dead. Just focus on Bert, he's medium hurt. What's the quantity for Liz? Did she fail a quiz? What's the matter with Drew? Does she know what to do when they bring attitude? Will she show ingenuity? Whenever we go walking, paths that lead to lesser days, paths that lead to lesser days, spill still out the overwatered past. Still okay, just tied the sails to the mast. 'Cause each of us have much engravely sent. Throw up the hands, stiffen the chin. Catastrophe looms heavy overhead again. Time's gone will never be again. Pretty good. Did a pretty good job of that. Now this song, almost very, very difficult for me to play well. Oh, he came here with her, and what's the big problem that you can't endure? It seems so sure it's not appropriate claiming to blend things on Scott. Despite getting caught, he's got you. You're framing for him, straining for him, going to the gym to make yourself good enough again. Yeah, you guys both have lost invested. That's not a reason to stay around. Through the years, you've both been tested. Time to move up, find higher ground. Oh, you came here with her, and what's the big problem that you can't enter? It seems so sure it's not appropriate claiming to blame things on Scott. Despite getting got, he's got you reframing for him, straining for him, going to the gym to make yourself good enough again. Be done with him. It's about as well as I can play that song, really. About as well as I have played it. It's a difficult one for me to play. If Jesus was peopled with absence of sin, he must then have struggled with regular men. Women, of course, when they too were present, disciples all warily eyeing the lesson. If people were Jesus, they'd know as they think, and everyone's work would be true. Feelings once spoken would set where they sink. We'd all know just what to do. But people are Jesus once they're betrayed. The easy believing forever is lost. Maybe naivete is not to be saved. The wise man there will cost. No one you thought you knew acts like you never have met. The life you made for two has faded into regret. There's no one unshaken, we all have been shook. But being forsaken don't mean you're forsook. Though in the past we've been hung out to dry, we'll find them at last if we're willing to try. People are Jesus once they're betrayed. Easy believing forever is lost. Maybe naivete is not to be saved. The wise pay terrible cost. Maybe naivete is not to be saved, but the wise pay terrible cost. And there you have it. Squirrely. Thanks, Bobby son. Appreciate that. How am I feeling today? I'm feeling like apple soda. Meh. You know, do you like it that much? Anybody else ever drink this stuff? Manzanita Soul, apple soda. I feel like apple soda today. It's better than water. Better than nothing. It's good to have on hand. But you don't really want to drink apple soda usually. It's not your top choice, right? Nut buster. Nut buster. Busting nuts. I need to figure out how to play type, please. I don't know how to play it. I'm going to have to figure it out. It shouldn't be that difficult to play, really. I think it's just sort of yeah. I mean, the thing is, you know, I don't have any, I don't have really any good music theory skills, so I don't really know what I'm doing. Basically, I just do what I do, and I don't know what it is really. All right, so just sing it, huh? Try as I might, try as you might, try as you might, you just can't hide, 'cause you're mistyped, and I'll be writing to pull you over all night. Type police, please pull that guy over. He says he's ENTP, but seems extroverted, sensing to me. I think he's ESFP. Oh, type police. Like that. I think I sang it a little bit, maybe a key too high or something. El Nino, my ass. You call those storms? Where is the rain? Those drizzles don't count. I drizzle more when I pee in the sink. Ordinary splatter. And when I'm done, I'll go upstairs and climb a ladder. I would go up there and take me a bucket and pour water inside. And I'll say, hey, Mr. Cloud, drop it from the bottom. Hey, Mr. Cloud, drop it from the bottom. Hey, Mr. Cloud, drop it from the bottom on me. A little number called El Nino, my ass. This isn't a storm, you know. When you get frustrated with the weather, what's the motivation for that song? This isn't rain. What is this shit? These little drizzles. I want rain, goddammit. El Nino, my buttocks. The glow you see from me right now, this is an all-natural glow. It's an all-natural glow. It comes from feeling this good that I'm glowing. Okay, good. I'm glad the server is going to be really cool and you're going to try to get a bunch of people. Good job, David Sanderson. Congratulations on your cool server. Did you see the natural glow, David Sanderson? Are you paying any attention to my natural glow? Really, that should be what you're paying attention to right now. Oh my God. Eric's got such a natural glow. Wow, he must really be filled with joy and gladness in his heart. There's some joy and gladness, along with other feelings like meh and meh. You know. Life's a funny thing, they say. What they say? Are they lying? Sometimes it's not funny. Sometimes it is funny. Sometimes it can be hard to tell, like right now. Is this funny? Hard to tell. Really hard to tell. If you can tell, then you're an expert. Congratulations on your expertise. You should try getting licensed by all licenses all the time. Yeah. Okay, well, I see we're moving into the serious portion of the show. So we're going to do some serious talking now. Serious. You know what I want to play, though? I know what I want to play. This song that, it came on our playlist as we were driving around last night. Rachel said, "Oh, this song is a Christmas miracle." because it is kind of a Christmas miracle. It's just such a let's start. Some folks call me a rambling man. I do a lot of thumbing and a kicking canes, and it wouldn't do an ounce of good to call me names. Cause daddy's name wasn't Willie Woodrow, and I wasn't born and raised in no ghetto. He's a white boy looking for a place to do my thing. This song is hilarious. I'm out to find me a wealthy woman in a line of work, don't take no diploma, and I ain't got much to lose but a lot to gain. Well, some might call me a good time fella, and I ain't no black and I ain't no yellow, just a white boy looking for a place to do my thing. Yeah, I don't need no handout living, don't want no part of anything they're giving, cause I'm proud and white and I've got a song to sing. Well, I said a few things ain't all that minute. If you won't get ahead, you gotta hump and get it. I'm a white boy looking for a place to do my thing. And I'm a small town boy living around a little. I like guitars and I like the fiddle. The kind of soul it takes to band my flame. Well, I'm a blue-eyed Billy, feared and ready. I work to be somebody. I'm a white boy looking for a place to do my thing. Yeah, I don't want no handout living, don't want no part of anything they're giving, cause I'm proud and white and I've got a song to sing. Well, I said a few things and all admitted. If you want to get ahead, then you gotta hump and get it. I'm a white boy looking for a place to do my thing. Yeah, I don't want no handout living, don't want any part of anything they're giving, cause I'm proud and white and I've got a song to sing. Well, I've said a few things and all admitted. If you want to get ahead, you gotta hump and get it. I'm a white boy looking for a place to do my thing. Just a white boy looking for a place to do my thing. Oh, it's such a, that is a Christmas miracle. A Christmas miracle. Like, it's such a great song. And it's such a racist song too, you know? Because the whole part about like, I don't need no handout living, don't want no part of anything they giving them. Proud and white, and I got a song to sing. Boy, it just says so much, doesn't it? But it's like, how can there be such an awesome song that I've never heard before, and then I just come across one day and it's just like, okay, I gotta listen to this. What is this thing? And it's just rad, incredibly rad. I'm like, oh my god, who is this? Waylon Jennings? And if you listen to the original song, just like the track of it, it's fantastic. Merle Haggard, sorry. It's Merle Haggard, not Waylon Jennings. One of those country people, you know. Merle Haggard. I wonder if I could get away with covering that, given that I'm fluidly transracial. You know, that would be another great song to cover. It would be this song that was written by that Asian guy in response to the Ting Tong Ling Long girl. That's a good song. That's a funny song. That guy killed it with that song. You know what I'm talking about? If you don't know what I'm talking about, check it out. It's a really good like song diss of this silly girl from UCLA who said a bunch of like racist shit on a YouTube video or something. Stupid ENTP guy who didn't get a record deal. I mean, there's no record deals for me. It's like my people just don't like my music enough. That's the bottom line. You know, not enough people like my music. And I get it. It's like, it's not good enough. You know, I think my songwriting's good enough, but it takes more than songwriting to be successful. There are some exceptions, but I don't seem to be one, you know. I believe enough in my songwriting that I believe that some of my songs are excellent professional quality songs, you know. And maybe I just need to get the right singer or something. You know, get a girl, really good girl singer to sing them. Get Rachel to sing them well. Get her to practice them and sing them well. That would help. Well, I mean, there's something about that. But it's like here on YouTube, you have the capacity for a given thing to hit, even if it's not fancy or whatever. You just got to get all the right components in place, and you know, maybe I'll try to get Rachel to sing and see if we can get a good take of it. She can be a really good singer, and she can also be pitchy, but she needs to be very familiar with the thing. And she's a really good singer. It's weird. I've underestimated her from the get-go about her singing. I hear her singing a lot, and she's quite a good singer, but I have to understand that she needs time to know something. It's like it's different than SI learning. I don't know quite how to put it. You know, one of the things I was sad about losing Spacey for is because I thought he was helping me garner a more realistic shot at an audience, because of course, you know, it helps a lot to have somebody who's young, ideally in their 20s, you know, fronting your operation. That's the audience you're going after is looking for an expression of novelty that's, you know, well, I mean, it's not necessarily the case. It's a complicated question. That's what it is. It's a complicated question. Like a lot of things in life. Do you like Kate Bush? I'm not sure who Kate Bush is, actually. I don't know if I'm familiar. Is it an artist, musical artist? I'm not sure if I'm familiar with her work. Nature's Loud Today. I don't know what I'm feeling. I think I'm feeling like I'm paying too much attention to what I'm feeling and not just doing shit, you know? I guess what I need to go do is just do some shit. Go out someplace with Rachel, look at some stuff. I don't know. There's this one person who I forgot about this, who wanted me to type on today at 10 o'clock. I never responded to their email. Okay. Sorry for the slow reply about this. Sorry. 4 p.m. today is fine. I saw this Saturday and started to reply and never finished it. Anyhow, see you this afternoon. Okay, fine. That's not a 10. I thought it was at 10 o'clock for some reason. It's 4 o'clock anyway. I gotta change that. Yeah. I gotta join the Finnish Sauna Society. Then I've got to do that other thing. I've got such a busy day. Tiny Man Gnaw. Do you believe in entertainment industry using mind control? No. No, I don't think so. I see a lot of different artists as expressing their various opinions and perspectives and things, more or less successfully, depending. I guess I'm going to call it a stream. Thanks for being here, everybody.